There are a few things in the world that feel better than finding like a good TikTok, like real audio or like something like that that's like kind of depressing, kind of like reflective. It's one of Invincible that came out last night. I've been listening to on repeat, making me think about life. This is another one of those videos where I don't really have a topic. Kind of want to come on here because I want to talk. But like, I do want to post this one. There's a lot of stuff I do want to talk about that I don't want to be on camera. I'm gonna record a separate video. But I do want to make some sort of diary video about how I'm feeling life right now. Feeling very reflective. I don't even know, bro. It's weird. I feel very weird, bro. April 16th, 4:30 a.m. I've been very intoxicated these past few days. So that's been messing with my, actually no, my sleep's been actually decent. But today I took a crazy nap and then woke up. Yesterday was also pinwheel day, which at my school is a day where choose a random day. They put pinwheels on the front lawn. It's a free day. A lot of my school was outside. And this is a big day, I feel like, just for like socially, like you can socialize, see a bunch of friend groups. But it also makes me think a lot about social perception. And you know, I'm always thinking about social perception. But it's hard for me to just like be in the moment sometimes, especially in large social groups. I feel like there's instances like this. Like, and even in high school where I get nervous for these types of events and I don't know why specifically. I remember we had like a sort of event called Maui Wowie in high school. Where everyone's in beach fits and stuff and like everyone's outside and I just wanted to play basketball by myself and with one other friend. I didn't want to go outside. Now at that time I was also a bit heavier so I didn't want to be on the front lawn, take off my shirt and stuff. But I don't know, bro. I don't know why I feel so off. There's like a few things, and I wrote about it a bit in journaling today. There's stuff with certain people. There's like people stuff. One of the biggest things with people is I've had so many relationships. I've talked about this in other videos where so many relationships and dynamics that have gone to shit, or there's some tension or aggression, and there were so many examples. I feel like being in front of my whole school, there were so many. There's so much of that yesterday, and I don't like it. I don't like the fact that I kind of have this thing hanging on the back, this thing on the back of my shoulder every time I go outside. Or like, I don't know, bro. I hate like ignoring people. I hate this weird tension, but I also feel justified. Like, there's a lot of people who don't want to talk to. There's a lot of people who is like, you can't reverse time. What happened with these friendships happened. I feel like just in the past few years, my perception of connections with people has been greatly, I don't know, bro. Like, it's hard for me to even say like, oh, like I have a best friend. Like, I have best friends, I have family, I have people I count on. But I also understand that to some extent you'll get tired of all of them. So you just need to alternate them between them depending on the situation you're in. And I feel that way a lot with my friendships where it's like, I enjoy them at certain moments, but other moments I don't. I feel like part of it is just like, I've been trying to maximize my time with people these past 2 weeks because I'm about to graduate in a month, but I feel kind of exhausted and I feel like I haven't been by myself a lot, and like I'm an introvert at heart. I need that time by myself. I can't be around people too much, bro. It's just exhausting. It's actually exhausting. Man, there's so much I want to talk about in detail, but I can't put this on public, but like I'm trying to, this is almost like a censored version of the video, and I'll do the one for myself, but like, I don't know, man. I just feel like a loss, and like I haven't been the most productive lately. I've been kind of slacking in a lot of areas. I kind of am allowing myself to slack in those areas because I know how I am. I know I get in these moods where I'm motivated and then moods where I'm not. I know at the end of the day, I might be backtracking progress in some ways, but I'm not worried about that. It's more so the fact that I feel like there's this feeling of being left behind. It's like I want to enjoy this time in life where it's the last time where I can just be and not have to take things too serious. But I also, hard, man. It's hard to not feel guilt about any decision, regardless of whether it's good or bad for you. I don't know, man. I think also me being intoxicated these past few days has really made me think a lot about like life. I have such a weird relationship with, I don't want to go into detail because, a job could find this, but just substances in general. I don't do anything crazy. I want to make that clear. But that's just a weird relationship with them because I don't like being out of my element, out of character. I feel like in some ways I'm numbing myself. But there's also something about that state that I love being in where I'm like my natural states of thinking are inhibited to a certain extent or feeling. Something that wouldn't be funny can become funnier when you're drinking or something or smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start to look at moments differently. It also causes you to overthink, depending on what you're taking. I was just thinking earlier, I was like, damn, like, there's something about that state where it's like you want to be in that forever. And I know that's not healthy, but it's just like, sometimes I just wish I can overcome my own mind. And I think sometimes that's why I look towards ways to numb myself, not just with substances, but like anything. I'm always trying to numb myself. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm not even capturing what I'm really talking about because I'm not going into detail, but it's just a lot. I think I've been too focused recently on trying to maximize my time here that I'm not taking enough time to live how I want to live. I've been very focused on like, oh, I can't graduate without talking to these people. I can't graduate without talking to this girl. I can't graduate without doing this. And it's like, yes, I don't want to live with regret, but I shouldn't have regret about me trying too hard not to have regret. You know what I'm saying? I have to enjoy life. And that means that sometimes just not doing anything, letting myself replenish, letting my energy replenish. This is how I get energy. Sometimes it means isolating. I think I have this fairy tale narrative in my head of everything being like a movie movie. You know, I can talk to anyone I want, be friends with everyone, but it's not how it is. As much as I want those things, it's like that's just not my life, bro. That's not the real world, or at least my world. And that's another thing. I'm such a sucker for comparison. Can't help but always compare myself to how other people's seem to be living, and it always just gets to me, bro. Not to say that I'm the only person that is alive or like I'm in the Matrix, but I think I just have to accept that this is it's only my perspective of life that I get to experience. So it doesn't really matter what other people get to experience because I'm only gonna have myself. I think it's Salafism, something like that. The philosophy that you're the only thing that exists. And that philosophy can be very dangerous because it can make you very self-centered. But I think to some extent you have to live by that, because why am I worried about someone else's experience when I feel like my life runs on a different narrative, you know? Like, I might look at other people and envy them and be like, they're able to be friends, lock in productively quicker than I am. But it's like, why does it matter? These people might not even be real, you know? Let me just focus on myself. That's all I have. That's all I got, bro.